So here we are with the 8th video of chapter 5. We had done till exercise 5.7. Now we are with 5.8, where we are going to use two theorems and their result for those things. Today we will be doing one theorem and the other we will be doing it tomorrow. So first thing is mean value theorem, and both the theorems come under this mean value theorem only. So here is our first theorem. The result we are going to use for the questions, they'll be asking it that use Rolle's theorem or use mean value theorem and prove this and that. So here is our first theorem, that is theorem number 6, Rolle's theorem. What is the statement saying? If let f, this is a function between a and b within the closed interval ab, where ab tends to r, means these both the numbers are real numbers, be continuous on ab, again the closed interval, let this function be continuous on ab and differentiable on open interval ab, this is ab, such that fa is equal to fb, means when we put this value in that function, the values come same, means the value of y at both these points will coincide. Where a and b are some real numbers, then there exists some value c in ab such that the differentiation means f dash c becomes 0. When we take out the derivative of any function, that gives us the slope of that function at that point. So here they say that there exists a point between a and b. At any point between a and b, between these two values, a point c is there such that the slope at that point is 0. So this is the statement. We will be using it, and let's understand this with the help of few graphs. Then you will be able to understand more clearly. Just see, you can see here in the notebook, you can see two graphs over here. See in the first graph what they are trying to show. A graph is there in this form, in a mountain kind of a form, and these are the points. This is a point A and this is point B. When we plot it, we had already told that fa is equal to fb, means at a this is the value of fa and at b this is the value of fb, and these 2 points are coinciding, means having the same value. Then there exists a point c. This is a point c which is between a and b such that its value at this point, this is the slope of at this point, this becomes straight line. Straight lines means the slope will become 0, means the f dash c means the derivative at that point is becoming 0. Similarly, just see the second graph. Here also you can see a graph is there. This is a point and this is b point. So at a point and this is b point, there can be existing one point or it can be a point more than one point. So here you can see again a slope is being shown which is a straight line, means the slope is 0, means the derivative at this point is 0. And similarly the slope here also a point, another point, means 2 points are there which are existing at which the derivative or the slope, you can say that the value is 0. I know maybe you must be unable to understand more clearly. We'll be doing one question and then you will be understanding it more clearly. It's a bit theoretical kind of concept according to maths. So let's see the graph we had already seen. In both the graphs, the slope becomes 0 at least at one point. Here it was a 1 point, here it is 2 point, means at least at 1 point, कम से कम एक पॉइंट पर स्लोप जो है वो हमारा 0 हो जाता है. This slope is nothing but the derivative of fx at that point which becomes 0. that is f dash c is equal to 0, right? So in this way they had shown you with the help of graph also. Let's understand this better with one example. See here, an example you can see. Here they had already written verify Rolle's theorem for the function y is equal to, this is the function, y is equal to x square plus 2. A is given minus 2 and b is given 2. We have to use Rolle's theorem. Since this is a polynomial function, we can easily say that it is a continuous function and it is differentiable also. So here we are writing it. First property, or you can say first requirement for the Rolle's theorem is this function should be continuous. So this is continuous in minus 2 and 2 and it is differentiable also in minus 2 and 2. You have to just keep in mind, here you have to write closed interval and here it is an open interval. Now we will be finding the value of this function at these 2 points. They should coincide. The third condition is this. So we had found it here f of minus 2. This gives us 6, means here it is minus 2 whole square plus 2. This is 6 and for f2 also it becomes 6. So just you can see fa is equal to fb, the third condition. This is also satisfied. Means f of minus 2 is equal to f2 is equal to 6. They are coinciding. Now a point C will surely be between minus 2 and 2 where f dash c is equal to 0. Let's find f dash x. F dash x is 2x, the derivative of this. This value becomes 0. So this is equal to 0. At what point it will be becoming 0? At x is equal to 0. So the value of c becomes 0. We have to find the value of c also. So c is equal to 0 at which f dash c is equal to 0. And c, you can see, if 0 we are taking c, this surely is lying between minus 2 and 2. Because 0 is something between minus 2 and 2. This is belonging between minus 2 and 2. So just see the condition. First condition, continuity. Second, differentiability. Third, they should coincide. And fourthly, we will be taking out f dash x, equating it to 0 and finding out the point C which should be belonging between the given class interval. So the next theorem we will be doing in the next video. Till then, have a good day.